Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
All of us have watched the famous Bruce Lee scene, whether it is from TikTok, YouTube or Instagram. But I know that most of the people don't understand what he is trying to say. Most people underestimate how powerful his words are and they don't know how to use them to their advantage. This is why they stay stuck in one place for the rest of their lives. To understand his words, first let's talk about what water is. Water is a liquid, which means it has no form. It always changes and it can dissolve other things. Also, water is super powerful when it is a lot. It can make waves which can destroy cities with thousands of people. But even by itself, a bottle of water is enough to make a grown person drown. That's why water is so powerful. Nobody and nothing can catch it, while it has immense power to destroy everything in its path. So, if we have to be like water, we have to first be flexible. Always embrace change and never stay in the same place in a world full of motion. Staying in the same place is the best way to get destroyed. Always try new things. Always take these risks and always try to be different than the others. The second thing Bruce Lee wants to say with this quote is that water, as he said, can crash. Imagine yourself as 100% water. When you are alone, you can do a lot. As I said, you are enough to drown a full-grown man. With consistency, you are enough to grow a new plant. But it is interesting that when you combine your power with other people, your power increases, not normally, but exponentially. The difference between 2 and 3 people is much greater than the difference between 1 and 2. So never underestimate the power of networking. Always try to gain more power by talking to other people and by making new connections. This way you become more and more powerful, until the point where a lot of people are together, and then they are enough to become a tsunami, which destroys everything in its path. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is to empty your minds. The quote actually starts with this, but I left it for last, because it is the most important. When we become adults, we lose all connections with our childhood. When we were kids, we were free. We didn't think that someone will hate us. We loved ourselves as we are. But with time, the world puts an etiquette on what we should do and how should we live. But we have to empty our mind from that. We should always try to stay in the now moment and to love ourselves as we are. Because the power of every human is in the uniqueness which God gave him, and the restriction of this is not a smart move for nobody. This was for today, and see you tomorrow for another great video. As always, keep walking on the hard path, because it's going to be long, but in the end, it will be worth it. And don't forget, be water, my friends. See you tomorrow.